All right, here we are at the jump park with the new Extreme. I got some new pedals on here, fairing plate, Kai pads, aftermarket shock. I wouldn't recommend this shock, so I'm not going to go into the details of what it is. It's just something I had lying around that I never put on my T4, and it's only a 190 millimeter. That coil, something's going wrong with that coil version. The spring that they put on it is just whack, but I'll get it figured out. This is working just fine for me right now. I want to set up my 360 camera and maybe play with settings and look at how this thing does airtime tilt back, or hopefully it does not do airtime tilt back. And luckily it's Monday and there's nobody here. Trying to leave for Amped tomorrow as soon as I can, since it's such a long drive. I think this will be a good candidate for trying to catch that pedal angle weirdness. But let's just run it and see how she goes first. Can't remember what settings I have right now. I think the angle adjustment's at like what is it, 4 or 5. It feels like it does it a little bit, but it never like goes super deep into the tilt back. And to me it seems like if you increase the value for the turning angle adjustment or whatever, it'll make it harder to start if it does do the tilt back. When you reduce that number, when the tilt back starts, it's easier to overcome it and get speed back again, which is weird because I think increasing the number helps to stop the tilt back from happening, but then it doesn't stop it 100%, and then if you do get it with the higher number, it's harder to get out of it. It's kind of weird. Oh, this thing's handles the big air fucking oversend's pretty good right now though. Let me try to oversend a little bit here. No, that was just good. Get more speed on this next run coming through, and then we'll make sure that the Insta 360 is still recording, because sometimes it just decides to stop. So excited for Amped. I haven't figured out the 1-footers on the Extreme yet. Got the mutes on it though. Oh fuck. Scraped a pedal. That's another thing I want to talk about. So the pedals are like the same height as, well, okay, they're not the same height as a Master, but what they are is like, I think they're compared to like the hub center, they're like the same, but because this rim doesn't have that extra inch, it loses some distance from the ground there. And then also because the Master only goes down 80 millimeters and the Extreme goes down further, all that suspension, the added suspension, is going down further. It's not like you're sitting up higher and then going into more travel. You just are adding more travel down than the Master had. And point is, the pedals get real close to the ground. So I don't care what anyone says, I'm jumping how you're supposed to jump. People are trying to fucking blame weird wheel behaviors that we're trying to figure out on the rider, and that's just not helping, because we need to figure this shit out. It's not the rider, it's all experienced jumpers that are trying to bring this shit to your attention, and the developers can just go ahead and fix it for us. Don't try to tell them not to. Yeah, I think I'm getting pretty good distance on there on this. Oh, I never checked the 360 camera. I'll do it again and check it right now. Right now, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to go for I don't know if you can hear it. I'm trying to not talk so you can hear the motor. That's exactly how it, that's how we want it to sound. It just slows down, it becomes super neutral in the air. But when the wheel's doing that neutral thing, it's only calming down because it thinks it's home, you know, thinks it's balanced or at that balance point, or else it would try to balance itself. But what we're saying is the wheel is tilted back further than it should be in the air when you make it neutral. And then that makes you way unfunny. But I don't know, I didn't try the extreme with the original firmware. I just wanted to have a good time, so I tried to give myself the greatest shot at success possible, and yeah, it worked out. It's doing real good. I can feel that tilt back happening, but it's never putting me on my ass like the T4 video. Go ahead and watch that T4 video. I can't fucking stay off the ground. That thing just keeps putting me on my ass. Yeah, the way this thing can just torque up a jump is fucking nice. I fucking never check on this thing. And it's still recording, sweet. Well, I mean, I think I maybe have proved a point. Just for fun, I'm gonna fuck with settings and we're gonna see what it does. So we're gonna remember where I'm at so I can go back there, because that's feeling good right now. All right, I'm at 5. I'm gonna go to 1 because I don't know if 0 is just something weird, but we'll go to 1 and then we'll go to 9. We'll do these jumps. I can feel the pedal doing kind of weird things. Still not super bad. Oh god. Okay, yeah. when I went around that berm, the pedals just start the toes just start diving forward like I'm about to trip. And then we'll go all the way up to 9. Confirm. And now maybe you'll see it's gonna be harder for me to get speed when I'm coming down the landing, and when I hit that berm, my toes are probably gonna go up like I'm getting tilt back. Yep. It's not super aggressive. I feel like the lower pedal setting is harder to deal with than the higher pedal setting. But I seem to just like it right there in the middle. To me, stock, like what it was before this adjustment was there, is probably like a 2 or a 3. Turning it to like a 4 or 5 kind of just stiffens it up a little bit. I think it feels really good. I want to play with this now. Okay, whoa. No, I didn't like that at all. Let's try this. Okay, so yeah, in medium mode, I don't know, I'm feeling the wheel almost like correcting itself and rocking back and forth in the air now, which I could feel that sometimes a little bit when I was in hard mode, but it seems very emphasized in medium, because the medium mode lets my pedals go a little further. I'm just gonna go back to strong. So I'm back to settings that I like. Let's just push a little harder. I want to see what it does with like more hang time, because it seems to be when the wheel is like falling down from the sky is when things start getting funky. So if you're just like flying forward through the air and not really falling, it doesn't really happen. It's kind of really strange. But when you do really peaky lips and you're going up and then you start falling down out of space, it starts to tilt back. But yeah, at least this is manageable. I couldn't ride it before, at least the firmware, not the wheel. I've never had the extreme on the other firmware here. Actually, the extreme always had no airtime tilt back firmware, but yeah, you know what I mean. T-Ford Master, we're fucked. My left toe block needs to go down a little more. Oh man. And plenty of power, and let's see if we got any. I think we're using about all the travel, but it never feels like I'm bottoming out. Shock pin still looks straight. That's good. I think I'm gonna pack up the 360 camera now, though. I don't think we need to do any more of those. Then I'll do some GoPro laps of the middle line, and then I think it's time to go ride trails. It was a rough start, but this thing's got the power to recover from a bad landing. I think I might have cased that last one, but I don't know. I don't know what I need to do to make it go faster on the downhills. I just need to commit more to the lean. Get my Michael Jackson on in the middle between those jumps. Just come up so quick. Nice. Okay, so yeah, what it is I almost forgot, it's the two fucking first landings that have the extra knuckle. That just fucks me up so bad. Like trying to get speed and then all of a sudden I have to like absorb a fucking drop. And then it's like taking a drop and then trying to get speed again. Oh my God. I'm gonna try 6. 4 did not feel good. I did not like that. Literally had like no speed after one of those and punched myself in the face. I was able to get all the speed, like starting right in front of the jump. But yeah, not liking how this is feeling. Maybe it keeps it on 5. I think S22 feels better, but the S22 fucking feels like it's gonna give up sometimes on jumps. This never feels like that, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, I can still feel it pushing back on me, but it's easier to manage. It was impossible for me to manage with the T4. The T4 would just give up and drop me. The Master would do the same thing. Gonna have to try both those wheels with the new firmware, but I just feel like this one's gonna always have the power and just never drop me, but has enough power to tilt me back a lot too. Just gotta keep that nice speed going and you do all right. The slower you go, the more you have to torque up the launch. That's the crazier it gets. The faster and smoother you can be, the better. It's just like, that's not rider error, it's still the wheel doing some fucked up shit. You should still be able to ride not perfectly and be able to do things without the wheel just like rocking back and forth. No other companies do that. I don't think the 1-footers are gonna happen on this thing. Do kickstand grabs. Kickstand grab. Let's do the double grab, not the cannonball. First we'll do the mute, then we do the pedal grab, then we do the double grab, which is just the combination of both. And then there's the cannonball. Now that I got my shifties both ways, let me see if I can do a pedal grab on the other side. I can maybe wait though. I want to go ride some trails.